I'm Shoaib, and this is Josh Kennedy, and we met Xavier here Friday night. Josh and I flew here from Chicago, and all we had was just an idea. We didn't have any true iPad experience, so we truly kind of really started working on the iPad when we first got here on Friday. So I'm going to show you a few slides, and unfortunately, we weren't able to get a fully functional demo working. We were able to get the concept down and the design probably about 90% completed. So I'm going to walk you through what this application is on the iPad, and there we go. So the tagline is really your time, only better. And time has always been an interesting piece of data, and it's present in just about everything that we work with or live with or use. So, you know, there's your personal time, which is your family, your life, right? Your career. You spend a lot of time on career. And I know that most of us spend a lot of time twittering, so tweets. And, you know, I myself make a lot of notes. And this passion for making notes was shared by my team members. And I spend a lot of time on Facebook, you know, with friends. So this is how most of our, I guess, times are spent. So we wanted to take the notion of time and present it in a way that was really interesting and do it so you got a really nice experience looking at your own time on the iPad. So this was, and I apologize, it's not really a very good picture, but this was the kind of concept we came up with. And if you've used Mail or Outlook or even Twitter, the timeline goes from top to bottom, which I find very non-intuitive. I like to see time go from left to right. So our concept for this piece of software was to show time going left to right. And I'll show you some screenshots, and I apologize, it's really, really hard to see. But this is the timeline. Josh, you mind holding this up a little? Maybe see a better picture. So how many of you have resumes? How many of you actually like working on your resume? So I got two hands, and it's the same guy. So I actually hate it when somebody asks for my resume, because I've been in the industry for about 16, 17 years, and they start off by telling me, hey, you know, tell me about yourself. So I start on this, you know, long diatribe of, you know, starting from 1993, you know, worked for IBM, worked for another smaller company for 8 years, and so on and so on. I'd rather just give them my iPad and show them this, right? And what this really is, right, is basically showing my resume over a period of time. And just about everything is interactive. I can see that I didn't work at Microsoft, really. That's just it's just clever Photoshop. So, you know, if you were to look at this, right, you can see that I worked for Microsoft, you know, for about a year and 6 months. And on the right, in the blue, you can see I worked on Adobe, right? And I've made some notes here, right? Some important things that I did during that time, right? So it's a much better way to see your resume, and not only see all the places you work, but maybe plan out your career, right? What are you going to go next? So you can add notes, right? There's a little pin, so if you want to add notes to your resume, you can do that, right? And if you can move to the left real quick, you can select different timelines, right? You can see your tweets, you can see your photos, your notes, Evernote, right? And connect to Facebook. We had the backend to Twitter almost working, so we were pulling data in real time, and I'll show you a little screenshot of that. This is your Twitter timeline, and this is basically, you know, you give it an ID, your ID, right, and it's pulling your data from Twitter, and you know, here's showing you your photos, and you can make notes on it, and it shows nice little pins over there. So that's about it. So that's our concept. Thank you.